Salam. So, when you're having these interactions with these Sunnis, a lot of times it always boils down to this one thing where you're like, well, the Quran says this. Why do you not care? And this approach always seems to just fall flat on its face. You never get through to these people. And the reason for that is very simple. We're trying to appeal to these people as people to whom the Quran is like the centerpiece of our belief, right? But that's not how it is for Sunnis. And that's why this just doesn't work. I don't know why I keep doing this to myself, talking to these people, but what it occurs to me is that basically Sunnism is a culture first and a religion second. The culture that Sunnis have is entirely based upon this idea that they are modeling their life 100% after the Prophet Muhammad. And where do you get that? Where do you get that idea? Where do you get this information from? You can only get it from the Hadith and the Sirah. So that being the actual centerpiece of their, I don't even want to call it belief, but their practice. Obviously you are not going to have any luck talking them out of that, because that's what it's all about for them. So, Sunnis who are watching this, for God knows what reason a Sunni would be on my channel, but if you're watching this, just think about that for a second. Like, why is it? Because the thing I've noticed is you can actually sit here and spend hours. You can have paragraphs of evidence showing, like, any way you look at it, like let's just say the authenticity of the hadith, even if the history isn't fake, but like these particular hadith are dodgy and they can't be verified, and it looks like the whole thing is just made up. It couldn't be written by people. There's an impossible number of narrations collected by these people. It's the timeline doesn't match anything. There's no physical evidence of any of this stuff. You can fucking type all that out, spend hours upon hours upon hours talking to these people. It doesn't matter, because the Quran is just a feature of the Sunni culture. That's all it is. It's not the centerpiece. It is simply a feature. It's something that they basically kind of like claim ownership of. So that at that point it doesn't really matter if you follow it. It's just something they have. It's just a feature. It's not the centerpiece. So yeah, don't let this happen to you. I don't know. Maybe it's not worth it to talk to these people, because I don't want to be one of those people that just sits here and Sunni bashes like on the channel the whole time. Like, that's all I do. I don't want to do that. I have compassion for these people, obviously, but I think that there's a special type of wrong you commit when you put yourself, you attribute all this stuff to the Quran, to the Prophet and everything else, and then you just kind of ignore it. And I don't know, that's just something I've been thinking about. Anyway, salam.